But I was born and raised here in Oakland. I'm a native, 55 years old. And how I came to where I am today is because the landlord had bought the building, and she increased my rent, the first piece of paper when she came in, with no identity, no deed of trust, no last landlord, nothing, just saying that she was the new landlady and she wanted her money. And she had bought the building October the 29th, and I think it was about November the 5th or 6th, but she demanded money for the last month. Anyway, I went through the stabilization board and called to find out if she's the landlord, and come to find out that she was. And I had been living there 8 years. 8 years through, that was the third landlord. And she increased my rent from $750 to $1150. And demanded her rent and just start serving papers after that. So I already knew that it was illegal for her to do it. We were under rent control in Berkeley, and that's where I was living. And we went to court, and she had to pay me to move. But I wanted to move anyway because I had been there 8 years, but the last couple of years I was diagnosed with rheumatism, arthritis, and the building was so old. I was staying on the 3rd flight of stairs where I couldn't go up and down the stairs, but I didn't have money to move. So I settled for a little bit of money just to move where I could get into another place. But I knew I was eligible for emergency housing with a 14-year-old son in school. I was disabled, plus a senior, 55. And I thought that I would be able to get housing quicker. And I said when I came out, I had been paying my whole Social Security check, which is $822, and the rent was $750, which left me nothing of my money. So I thought I was going to come out and get emergency housing quick. But I've been stuck out here for almost a year now, where I found when I came out, I started staying in hotels, waiting on the programs to call, and I joined all the programs like Center Independent Living, the Women's Drop-In, the Berkeley Drop-In, just different organizations, started going to all the housing meetings, and found myself stuck out here because it's hard to get a shelter with a boy that's 14, because they usually stop at 11 or 12, and that was the difficult part. And plus he was in school, so I was paying people $400 and $500 a month rent for him to be somewhere, or him and I. But from the people, they act so ugly when they think that you're doing bad and you're out there. They take your money, and then they want to, after they spend it, they want to bang and boom and do anything make you uncomfortable to come, to come out of the house. And lucky thing, when I got the little change, I bought me an automobile, because when I was going to court, I didn't even have transportation money to get to court, or to do my paperwork. Plus I can't walk hardly. I'm crippled with the cane and the walker, and I had to go in Barton bus with no money and ask the bus drivers and stuff, can I please just get on, because I had appointments to meet, and if I didn't, I would lose my case. So when God gave me money, he said, buy me a little automobile from $700 to $800, which I thought I was going to get a car that was smoking. But somebody bought me a car for $700 to $800 to finish my housing part of what I had just finished. And so when I got to the car, I guess God knows best. I didn't know it was going to be my shelter, my storage place, my housing for me and my son. I had to eat in my car. My son went without baths and had to go to school for 7 months because we couldn't get into no shelter. And all the waiting lists are so long, and I'm still here even almost 12 months later. Going back to programming, going I'm utilizing my time right now because I'm in computer classes to learn how the internet, where I can research, taking social justice to learn to have a voice and have my voice heard, you know, and have somebody to help fight for what I'm trying to fight for, and that's just to get me and my son back home. And but I can live my little old age like I'm supposed to live, you know, and not forced to do things that I don't want to do. And right now, they cut the food stamps, the Medi-Cal. I can't afford nothing but an old wheelchair that he had to push. I don't even have the new scooters, the walkers, where it drag and makes so much noise you can hear me coming 2 blocks away. The medicine, the only one they would give me is just a few of the Vicodins, which don't even work for a crippling disease, where my hands balled up into knots, my legs, I done fell on my face twice, just walking where they lock up. And the only thing that I'm saying is, it's feeling like I'm being discriminated against as far as my health, my race, my rights, and I just think it's just unfair to take something from somebody that don't have nothing, you know. And CalWorks is a program where it's not even nothing to live on. I appreciate the help, but I remember when it was more, and it seemed like every time it's a time cut, a budget cut, they always go to the people that don't or barely making the cut, and make it even worse, to where nobody is, so many people that is so homeless now, I can't even believe it. Jobs, they have sent them all out of the country till we don't have anything that, you know, to survive on.